Yep, yep. You see the title before you. Today, you're going to hear about the entire history of how I've gotten to know Divine Gamer 2026. So, it first started back in 2020. Back when I was like, what, I think 23-ish, 24-ish? I'm not so sure. But in 2020, I met this guy who's named Damien, or presumably Miguel Miranda as his real name. We first met on the Commander Silver account, and till this day, I still remember that account. And then he texts me saying, "Hey, you know, there's a pedophile out there named Miguel Miranda. I mean, there's a pedophile out there named Draco. And he has been doing wars and shit." And I'm like, "Wars? What are you talking about? Political?" No. Miguel told me that Draco was a pedophile. So I was like, okay, let me go deal with this man. Come to find out, Draco was actually and potentially, I mean, let's be real. Draco is a pedophile. I mean, he was found in the court of law for domestic violence as well as soliciting with a minor. So he's a sex offender level 3 automatically. And during that time, there were two people who came to me asking for help. One of them was Dashi, my girlfriend. Technically, we was friends at the time, but then became my girlfriend because of Damien's harassment towards her. So we started talking, me and Dashi, because she texted me on what Damien did and what he did to her and all that other jazz, right? So, knowing me as a Jersey boy, I don't let pedophiles walk free. I don't do 24-hour conversations. I don't do decoys. I don't do none of that. That's for Gideon and for people like Kitty Paquita and Sped Noodles and many others to do. Encourage other minors to sex the predator, because that's what people like Gideon and Kitty Paquita and Sped Noodles like to do. They like to make content off of the children they encourage to sex predators. So I went after Damien after I found out some niche information that Damien has been not only harassing minors, but also has been stalking Dashi's school. Now that threw me off for a loop. I was like, wait a minute. So he's a stalker now? Like, so fast forward to 2021. The man was done, you know? I pounced on his ass. I went after him multiple times. I told him many times to delete his channel. It's like talking to a brick wall. So, what happened to Miguel Miranda after? Well, you know what he does whenever he gets caught. He uses his kidney failure and suicidal baits as a rage bait to say, "Oh, I'm ending my life, da 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 da, this and that." Now, let me tell you, this is the same Miguel Miranda. This is the same Miguel Miranda that voted for Trump, that went out of his way to say rape is okay and the bombing of 187 schoolgirls is okay with Miguel Miranda. Because why? Because he loves for little children to get bombed. So let's just put that out there. Damien is also a white supremacist. Let's just put that out there. Let's just put that out. Let's just also put out there that Damien also saw Donald Trump in his area, which is Riverside, California, in the Beachway. if you know what I mean. But um, yeah. So Damien, after making a big excuse on the internet and posting on Twitter and posting on YouTube saying that he's gonna end himself, what he does is he says he's gonna end himself, then goes into a 3-year hiatus, thinking that all of the predator catching shit is gonna die down. No, it's not. Because here's the thing about these predator catchers. See, some of them, they would do decoys, they would take screenshots, yada, 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 because they want to be civil. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They want to be civil. They want to be as close to a white. They want to be as close to Donald Trump as possible, to quote unquote protect the children, right? So when Damien came back after his 3-year hiatus, that's when the pedophile shit started backing up again. Because now he had a minor in his stream, proving thus far that yes, even to this day, Damien never changed. Now, I want to give you some Bible verses that correlates to Damien's actions, aka Miguel Miranda's actions. Mark chapter 9, verse 42. For whosoever defiles. Now, defile can mean a plethora of things. Defile means murder. Defile means rape. Defile means to defame, to, right? So whosoever defiles these little ones who believe in me to stumble means whoever causes one of these little children of mine to stumble, it will be better for him if a great millstone, now if you don't know, a millstone is essentially the guillotine, is hung around his neck and he was thrown into the sea. Now what does that tell you? That tells you that God the Father, who sent Jesus, his only begotten Son, who was God in the flesh, hates, loathes, and truly despises pedophiles. Okay? Now, Miguel Miranda, you want to sit there and pose as your quote unquote brother, saying that, that Damien passed away. Boy, we all know it's you. Miguel Miranda, you find every account that you make on your fucking Gmail, and you make a fucking Gmail out of your fucking name. Your name gives it away. The way you type gives it away. The way you act gives it away. Damien, it's you. And here's the thing about it, Damien. You voted for a rapist who is actively defending child molesters in the White House. You voted for the execution of 5 black men. The Central Park 5. Black Wall Street. What happened to that? The pictures of Barack Obama as monkeys. You were okay with that, Damien, because you're a white supremacist. And you're okay with having minors on your stream because why? Because you love children, right? But not in a way that a mother loves her child. Not in a way that a father loves her child. You love it in a way that is sexual. So Miguel Miranda, before you post anything, how about you shut the fuck up forever with a ball gag straight in your mouth and never speak again? That's all I'm saying. You went out of your way to go into the voting booth and said, Kanchink, that's my guy. Because you couldn't stomach the black woman. Because you know what the black woman stood for? Let me give you a summary of what the black woman, Kamala Harris, stood for. Gun reform. The very thing that needs to be in schools. But you're not okay with that, right? What else? Oh, right. Well regulated. I wonder, what does it say in the Constitution about the Second Amendment? Oh yeah, that guns should be well regulated. Hmm? But you voted for Donald Trump, so Donald Trump can overturn the birth of citizenship, right? Birthright citizenship. You want white people here legally, right? Only the whites, not the brown people, not the black people, not the Somalians, not the Samoans, not anyone, right? Because they're not of your color, right, Damien? Right, Miguel Miranda? The reason why you're as close to EDP 445 in the hate train is because you do the exact same thing as EDP 445. So when you stand before God on Judgment Day, Miguel Miranda, how about let God ask you this question? And I have a feeling this is how it's going to go. I don't have the authority to know, but I have a feeling that this is what God the Father is going to ask you. Hey, Miguel Miranda, you see all these children that you raped? You never cared about them. So why are you saying that you worshipped me, that you prayed for me, yet you never cared about their lives? Huh? So, and not only that, you're a sex offender level 3. Who will want someone like you in my kingdom? No, not Michael, not Gabriel, definitely not Zachariel, not definitely not Abaddon. Abaddon don't even want you, and he's a fallen angel from hell. Abaddon don't want you. Even Lucifer himself don't even want you because you're terrible. You're trash. Because that's what you are, Damien. You're white trash. Let's just be real. You're white trash. You and 76 million people thought it was a good idea to go in the voting booth and say ka-ching, 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 ka-ching with dollar signs as eyeballs instead of morality and decency. You never gave a shit when Alex Preddy died. You never shed a tear. So why are you shedding a tear now that you're in Judgment Day? You never shed a tear when Renee Good died. So you never even cared about her life. But why are you now in the room of judgment crying in front of me? Why? Because that shows me that you never cared about me, the Son of God, who literally sacrificed his own life as the sacrificial lamb in the first place. Because you never cared about God. You only played him. And that's why while Jesus is looking at all of us through his lens, yeah, we're all small compared to Jesus right now. We're small. Jesus is looking directly not just at us, but at our souls. So while he's looking at every single thing that you're doing, he's making sure that God the Father is in the kitchen cooking some heat on how to deal with you, on how to deal with people like you who willfully sin, who think that playing God is a game. It's not a game. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Do not be deceived, for the Lord shall not be mocked. You want to desecrate Jesus' holy name? Go ahead. But watch when he puts you in your place. You won't be shouting then. You won't be crying then. Because mind you, Jesus is merciful because of God. Because God is merciful. Jesus is the Son of God. But here's the thing. God is more serious than Jesus is. Jesus is like the lamb. Jesus is the lamb. God is the mountain lion. He protects the mountains. And you want to know what his children are related to? Mountains. Because why? We are all created in the image of God. We're basically his little mountains. Disrespect one mountain, you disrespect the biggest mountain. You disrespect one mountain lion, you disrespect the biggest mountain lion there is. So again, Damien, you want to act like you're an alpha male? How about you act like an alpha male on live stream and tell everyone why you voted for Trump? But you wouldn't do that because you wouldn't want to be uncomfortable. What is it, Miguel Miranda? What is it, Miguel Miranda? What is it with you? You out here saying that, oh, I'm back on YouTube, I changed, I become a better person. No, you haven't. You are still the same white supremacist you were 4 years ago. And you said, in your own words, the most selfish, prickish thing any person can say as an American. Was I better off than I was 4 years ago? Keyword, I. Because America only cares if it's only about you. Right, Damien? Right? You only care when it's all about you. But when it's about anyone else, when it's about a child's life being in danger, oh, you don't care about that. Right, Miguel Miranda? Because one, you don't care if a child gets shot in the school. You don't care if a woman dies from sepsis. You don't care if the Black Plague takes out 1.8 million people, almost half of the entire nation as a whole. You don't care if the coronavirus sparks back up, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure the coronavirus was literally also God's conveying message telling y'all, hey, wake up, because I'm the only thing that matters. My beloved son, in whom I am well pleased, is the only way that's going to get you out of this mess. So Miguel Miranda, before you start talking shit and saying, oh, Slick Luna did this, or this person did this, or that person did that, how about you blame yourself first? How about you admit to your fan base as to why you're a white supremacist? Admit to your fan base why you voted for Trump. Admit to the fan base why you go after minors. Because it feels good to you, right, Damien? Right? It feels good to you? Going around, having alt accounts, posing as your brother for some odd reason, thinking that you could escape your problems. God is putting you in your place the same way he put Caroline Levitt in her place. You want to know what's crazy, MAGA? Oh yeah, I'm talking directly to you, MAGA. Forget Miguel Miranda. Now I'm talking to you, MAGA. You want to know what's crazy? All Trump's representatives are women, and they all got fired. I wonder why. I wonder what could possibly be the reason for Caroline Levitt to resign, and for all of the other representatives that Donald Trump left. Oh, that's right. It's because God made them leave. God put Caroline Levitt and all the other women in his presidency in their place. God basically said to Caroline Levitt, you want to mock me? Bet. Let's play that game. And ultimately, God came through and wiped her off the entire existence of her job. God does not play around. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. The Lord shall not be mocked. You want to mock the Lord? Go right ahead, Miguel Miranda. Say what you want to say. Say that, I'm just talking to minors, this and that, because you want to feel good, right, Damien? But watch on Judgment Day. Don't act like you had a shredded tear right now. Don't act like you're crying right now. Don't do that. Don't do that. But when Judgment Day comes, let it be known that there's only going to be 4 people that's going to be attending. Okay? There's going to be 4 people that's going to attend. You won't have Slick Luna by your side. You won't have your minors by your side. You won't have your backup lawyer, your mother defending you. You won't have her defending you. You're going to have 4 people. God the Father, who is the judge of all creation. Jesus, the Son of the Lamb, who is basically the Son of God, who came down to earth as God in the flesh, as the sacrificial lamb. Then you have Satan, the accuser, who was once known as Lucifer, the bearer of light, before he was kicked out of heaven. And then it's going to be you and only you. Those are the 4 people that's going to attend. What you going to tell God, Miguel Miranda? This is how it's going to go. And I'm pretty sure I can do your voice perfect. Because, by the way, I can do your voice perfect. So let me just hold on. Let me actually do something real fast. Let me just actually do something real fast, okay? Let me just actually do something. Okay? Let me just actually do something real fast, okay? Where is it? I don't have a wolf picture because that's what Damien represents. But I might as well represent someone else, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be Damien's persona. I don't have a wolf picture of his, so you might as well deal with the next picture. Here you go. Hey everyone, my name is Miguel Miranda. God, it's an honor to be here at the Kingdom of Heaven. I worshipped you, I loved you, and I was helping, Cody and the Wolf Clan and 4TF and everyone else. Hold on. Now, mind you, this is how it's gonna go. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait, hold the phone. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Miguel Miranda. Can you run that by me again? Well, I worshipped you. I love you. I loved you. I've been praying for you. I've been worshiping you, and you will hear me laugh. Jesus, I can't blame you. Like God, I can't blame you for how done you are with this sinful world. I want to laugh at these people's hypocrisy. And you just hear me laughing up the storm in the background. And I'm like, wait. Miguel Miranda, you're at the White Hall of Judgment, where God the Father is presiding as judge. And you want to desecrate the holy wall of judgment with your hypocrisy? How dare you say that you loved Jesus when you didn't even give a shred of a regret, when you raped and molested those minors on live stream? Don't you dare act like you had a shred of regret. Don't you dare act like you had a shred of regret when Alex Preddy was alive. How fucking dare you? You don't love God. You play him. God, look at his works. Look at his stuff. All he is a fat troglodytic piece of unwanted dog poo who spends most of his time reading, well, not reading, but most of his time on the internet watching porn, and then out of nowhere goes after minors on Club Penguin, and then when he gets caught, he moves on to a different location after his 3-year hiatus. Does that sound like somebody you want in your kingdom? And then, now mind you, I don't have the authority to know, but I have a feeling. I feel that this is what God's going to say. Miguel Miranda, is this true? And then he says yes, because Miguel Miranda just doesn't want to talk, and he gets scared when he gets caught. So, God let me have the floor. So, Miguel Miranda, you say you love God. You say you love Jesus, right? You say it's an honor to be with him in the throne room of judgment where sinners are judged based on their deeds. Let's look at your deeds. Never talked about Renee Good. Never talked about their deaths. Never talked about how you spread your condolences to them. Never said anything about the Black Death. Never said anything about the Boston Tea Party. You are what's wrong. Lord God, forgive me. You are what's wrong with this economy. You are what's wrong with this economy. Pedophiles like you, Miguel Miranda. So how about you come back? How about you go outside the gate, and then come back in and try again? And then we put up the whole fucking SpongeBob thing a few minutes later. Miguel Miranda, give an accounting of what you have done on earth, as God would say. And Miguel would say, Lord, I'll be brutally honest. I haven't done anything for the homeless. I'll be brutally honest. I've never done anything. I tried to spread the gospel, but the gospel wasn't enough for me. I believed in you. I loved you. But I had an ego. I wanted to, expand my horizons, be a good person. So I went to these people who were minors asking for help, yada yada yada. And wait. Hold on. You went to who? The minors that asked for help. And what did you do with them? What did you do with them? What did you do with those minors? Huh? Miguel Miranda? I want to know. What did you do with them? I tried to help them. In what way? Because I'm pretty sure from what I see here on my documents, it seems you were helping these minors in a sexual way. No, God, that's not it. I was owning the libs, Lord. I believed in you. I loved you. You never loved me, is what Jesus would say. You never loved me. My words were very clear. Mark chapter 9, verse 42. For whosoever defiles these little ones, whoever causes one of these children of mine to stumble, it would be better for him if a great millstone were hung about his neck and he was thrown into the sea. Miguel Miranda, you never loved God. You never loved me. You played me. You played me as if I was a chessboard. You played me as if I was an Xbox 360. You played me as if I was technology to you. So you desecrate not only the White Hall of Judgment with your disgusting presence, but you also desecrated the one who saves you. You took the Lord's name in vain. You blaspheme him, claiming that you love him and you adore him when you're out here doing this to these children? Who are you to call yourself a child of God when you were created as a child of the devil? Depart from me, ye cursed of iniquity, ye cursed into everlasting darkness, where there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that's exactly is where Damien's heading. And that right there is the entire history of Miguel Miranda. Ever since from 2020 all the way to 2026, he has been still going after minors till this very day, and he has never ever stopped. Till this day, he has never ever stopped. He still goes after minors, making it seem like it's a black hole to him. He sucks in the minors as if they were planets, and they gather closer and closer and closer until gravity sucks them whole and into Miguel Miranda, and Miguel Miranda finds satisfaction with this fucking shit because he's a because he voted for a rapist. End of conversation, end of story. So when you go into Divine Gamer, look at his page. Nothing about him spreading his condolences to the dead. Renee Good, Alex Preddy, Brianna Johnson. Because he voted for a rapist who is actively defending rapists. So Miguel Miranda, go back into your, go back into your 3-year hiatus. Don't ever come back. And I mean it this time. Don't ever come back. Delete your channel. And I mean it fictitiously. Delete your channel because you're a sex trafficking wannabe fucking chud that wants to go out of his own way going after minors because he thinks he can get off of it. Well, not on my watch, Miguel Miranda. You're now dealing with me because now I'm your problem. Have a white day, Miguel Miranda.